Hi, my name's Shannon Blakey, and today I thought I would share some thoughts on the work that I have on display at the San Angelo National Ceramic Competition. I think as artists we tend to pull from a number of different sources, but today I thought I would share one that I had an opportunity to see many years ago, and one that I think continues to recycle through the work that I'm doing. About 20 years ago, I had the opportunity to view some spirit stones, and these are rocks originally from China that are pulled out of lakes and rivers. And although they sometimes aren't rather large, maybe small enough to fit onto a coffee table, the forms do tend to emulate much larger rock formations. So if you think of like giant mountain forms, they tend to relate to those much larger forms due to really beautiful textures, really beautiful forms, certain types of colors. And when those rocks are pulled from their point of origin, then wooden bases are carefully carved for them, and then they're set on display on top of those carefully carved wooden bases. And the two tend to have a relationship between one another, each base made specifically for one particular stone. Now, it's my understanding, and I'm no expert on spirit stones, but some of them are completely untouched by man until they're put on display or until they're found and discovered from their point of origin. Others happen to be pulled from the water and then altered to be able to be the final display that you see with its base. So pieces may be broken off for it to fit. Certain pieces may be whittled down. It is typically the pieces that are not altered that I think are the most prized pieces. However, it is this altered version of these stones that I find in particular very interesting. The idea that man and nature might collaborate in this sort of very interesting way, that water rushing down a river over many, 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 many years would eventually wear away and create these beautiful textures, beautiful forms, and then this would be discovered and then possibly altered to eventually create these unbelievably beautiful rock formations that are on display. That's one of the things that really interested me about the work that I saw, and continues to feed some of the things that I'm thinking about in my work. So with that in mind, the things that I'm doing are oftentimes collecting found objects, from walks that I might go on, from bike rides that I might do, just simply me living my life. And these found objects, partially pulled from nature, sometimes man-made objects, are made casts of, pulled apart, recreated into a ceramic cup form, eventually becoming a slip cast form in porcelain, one that could be functional but oftentimes retains much of the textures, much of the interesting forms that I'm pulling from, based on whether it's a piece pulled from nature or some sort of man-made object. So the piece that you will find on display in San Angelo Museum of Fine Art is one of these pieces, and that's a little bit about some of the inspiration behind the piece. Thanks so much.